get a knock on my door. And it's weird. I'm like, who's knocking on my door at 7 p.m. at night? And here it was, it's my neighbor. He's also a videographer. And this is the first time he's come to my place. So I wanted to show him my office. I want to say, hey, here's where I edit. Here's my camera equipment.
Oh, boy.
He comes in, and I'm having this full-blown conversation about all my knickknacks, my posters, and all this stuff. You know, I'm a Tarantino fan, so I have a bunch of Tarantino memorabilia. And I'm getting through the office, and the dick is suction cupped to my desk. What's up, dudes? We're back at Dude Speak, episode 4. I am Bryan.
Matt-tastic.
Mike on the mic. What's up, guys?
Hell
We have an interesting set of, I guess you could say, a lineup for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoy it, but we'll dive right into it. How's everybody having? Everybody have a good week?
Man,
Oh, yeah.
It's another great-ass week in the United States of America. Can't fucking complain.
Always good to be alive.
That's great. I
Another
mean,
day's another blessing.
the stimulus checks just dropped. I've heard that they've got deposited into accounts, and most people have not gotten it yet, so it's being mailed. Is that correct?
We got stimulated.
I haven't gotten it.
I usually.
No, I haven't. You haven't gotten your stimulus? Or
No,
you
I got
your
mine.
stimulus?
Everybody
Oh.
with a real bank at a real bank account got it on Wednesday. You know.
No, well, I didn't do direct deposit for my taxes last year. I did it this year, but I filed them like 2 weeks ago, so I don't think they're gonna direct deposit me.
So it's similar to me. I've gotten my my stimulus mailed, so it's probably gonna take a couple weeks, which I'm fine with. But the thing is, like, I still, you know, you got something in the way. You still continue to check the mailbox, make sure it's there, and that's not pretty for me because I have this thing that I've been called a Mail Bandit.
Oh.
Ooh.
And basically, every so often, it's not every week, it's not every day. I mean, it's just random, and it's been going on for the past 4 years. And I don't know who's doing it, but randomly, I'll get something that doesn't seem right, okay? The first package that I got, I opened it up, it was an envelope. And they taped it down really well. And to read it, I want to see what bill I got to pay, okay? So I'm ripping that thing open, I'm busting it open, right?
Hold
Glitter.
on. I think I remember this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was this at the gear truck
This is
house?
the old place, so I'm going to go through everything I've gotten recently, okay?
You gotta. Hey. You
So I
need
open
to-
up in the kitchen and just glitter everywhere. I just got home from work. I've had a long day. Now I got to sweep this shit up. Okay?
Who could have done that? What evil person?
I'm like, who does
I bet they're
this?
listening to this podcast
Well,
right now.
it probably are. And then a couple weeks went by. You know what? I asked around. Everyone's like, no, I didn't send you anything. And then I get another package. This comes in a box, so I'm eager. I'm anxious. What did I order? You know, I'm constantly ordering stuff. Me and my wife are both ordering stuff on Amazon. So I break it open. Fucking dirt. It was a bag of dirt. And on the message, on the note, it said dirt bag.
So,
You got a serial.
dude.
It's a Mail Bandit. It's what I call it.
Yeah, you got a serial gifter that's
I
not
mean,
giving you very good gifts.
Somebody
Sorry.
maybe thought you needed something to clean up.
But they
so-
only get worse. So I wait a couple months, and, you know, I'm not even thinking about it anymore. I'm like, cool, whatever. You know, it's probably just a prank by one of my friends, and then I got another package. And I opened it up, and I wasn't thinking anything. I was like, what is this? And it looked like something you stick in your mouth. You know, I started sucking on it. Wife comes out while I'm doing that. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I got this contraption. I guess it pushes air in your... She's like, that's a douche.
You sitting on the porch sucking it. You sent us all a picture in the group chat. It was in your mouth.
As I'm using it,
I remember that.
As I'm using it, I open up the letter, and it said douchebag.
Oh, it was a douche.
I said,
Well,
jeez.
I mean,
So...
you are kind of a douchebag.
you're
so
a
like,
fucking- you deserve
Well, at
that
this point, I'm like, you know what? Someone hates me. I'm cool with it, whatever. I didn't think anything about it. I asked around again. Everyone's like, they all thought it was hilarious. So I kept going, and a couple months later, I move.
Oh, so it'll end, surely.
So I move, okay? And I'm like, all right, you
Return
know,
to sender.
this thing has got to be over with now. Nobody knows my new address. And then somehow it said, I guess it said, welcome to your new home.
Oh.
And it was a chocolate penis.
You got a dick in a box?
Did you eat it?
Oh, no. Don't lie, Brian.
I wasn't going to waste the chocolate.
Don't lie. All right, so...
Oh, you ate a chocolate dick.
Dude, not only did he eat a chocolate dick, so we're all involved in a Snapchat group.
Yeah, and jokingly, you
There's
know.
like 8 or 9 of us.
Jokingly.
So ever since the Mail Bandit thing started, Brian has doing what we like to call a what would you call it?
It's
an
just a
opening?
snap. It's a snap dump. It's just me saying,
Yeah.
"Here's what I got," and, you know, I make fun of it. You know, it is what it is. So I stuck it in my mouth. I was like, you know, whoever did it, if you're in the group chat, you can watch this video. You know, I like suck the chocolate off, whatever.
Oh yeah, he started talking off. We got videos, pictures. I have screenshots. Yeah, it was a great time.
So I'm like,
did
you
it
know,
melt in your mouth, Brian?
I threw it away. You know. So, anyways,
Was it actual size? How big was it?
dude? It was like a miniature replica of
Miniature. Hold up. You want to offend some people? What's miniature here?
like ET size. This little ET bobblehead size.
Oh, dude, that's a normal size cock. What are you talking about?
But anyway, so
I'm pretty fucking offended right now. I mean,
So I'm going there. I'm like, whatever, and
Damn.
The
And
last-
you just
Oh, it gets longer though when you bounce it. That's what normally happens. It gets longer when you bounce it. Play with it a little bit.
I got the last thing out there a couple months,
What did you get after the chocolate dick?
and I'll be real with you. This one kind of is like, you know what? This is out of line. So let me tell you, I got a rubber dick this time. And it had a suction cup.
Suction cup.
So I'm at my new place, and I open up all my mail in my office because I do a lot of work on my office. I video edit. I actually film and edit this show, which it's great, everything. But I open it up, and you know what? I'm like, yo, whatever. It's probably the Mail Bandit again. I see it. It's got a suction cup. So angrily, because I got to get to work, I got to get into this. I got a kid upstairs crying. I got to do this before my wife goes to work. I slam it on the desk because it's a suction cup. I'll do this later.
why don't we have it on the desk right now?
I threw it away.
Don't lie to
That'd
me.
be hilarious.
You
listen,
took it to the bedroom. You used that shit.
So I suction cup to the desk, and about an hour later, after I'm editing, I forget all about it. Okay, I'm done with it.
It's not called a rubber dick. It's called a
I
dildo.
get a knock. I get a knock on my door, and it's weird. I'm like, who's knocking on my door at 7 p.m. at night? And here it was, it's my neighbor. He's also a videographer, and this is the first time he's come to my place. So I wanted to show him my office. I want to say, hey, here's where I edit. Here's my camera equipment.
Oh boy.
He comes in, and I'm having this full-blown conversation about all my knickknacks, my posters, and all this stuff. I'm a Tarantino fan, so I have a bunch of Tarantino memorabilia. And I'm getting through the office, and the dick is suction cupped to my desk.
Just sitting there wagging. You're probably moving around. You're bumping into the desk. The dick's just twitching away.
And I didn't know what to do, and I didn't want to leave it unnoticed. I didn't want to leave it unnoticed, so I had to go grab it and pull it off the desk. And it was suction cupped. So I had to take a little...
You were jerking it off while the dude was watching.
I had to take a couple of jabs at it to get it off the desk, and I was like, look, this was a prank. Somebody sent me this in the mail. I threw it in the trash. And this guy, I could see it in his face. He's like, why the fuck did I come over here?
Has your neighbor talked to you since?
I mean, we've talked, but we didn't really talk before. But it was, I was utterly embarrassed. Okay, I will say that I didn't appreciate that, and that's when I said, you know what, whoever's sending me this shit's got to stop, because now my neighbor down the street actually thinks I got some kind of fetish with a rubber dick that's suction cupped to my desk.
Was it now? Okay, so the first one was chocolate. I'm assuming the first one was brown, right? First dick was brown.
Whatever chocolate color it is.
So okay, right. Well, there's white chocolate. We got to be specific here. The people need to know. So what was the second color? Was it like a weird fleshy tone, or was it black, purple?
It
pink?
was like a cream tone.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
And was it also like the size of ET? So like, did your hand cover the whole thing?
I don't want to talk about it.
So he definitely did. The guy look at you and say, "Oh, you're jerking that cock off pretty good. You done that before."
Gosh. But so exiting from that, because you know what, I'm over that. I haven't gotten anything since, which is great. Obviously, they've learned a lesson, because I did chew out like a whole group of friends. I know it was somebody in my friend group, but still don't know who it was. But leading into that, did you hear what Utah did today?
I know. I bet Utah.
I have not heard any news. I worked and then went out to the golf course, so I haven't had time.
So
Whoops.
Utah basically proposed a bill. They're going to pass a bill that will require all phones and tablets sold in the state to come pre-installed with a filter that blocks porn.
Hold up. That's not a phone I'm gonna be buying.
Worst part about it,
That's not very chill, bro.
the worst part about it is the filter could go off location tracking, which would apply to anybody that enters the state. So if you're just traveling through it, boom, filter, locked, blocked.
Oh, Utah Mormons. That's why they're a Mormon state. A lot of Mormons in Utah.
Well, I don't know the religious preference of that state. It
Mormon.
could be.
Mormon.
But yeah, so even if it's signed, there's no way of knowing when it would go into effect. So they can pass this bill, which they have now. It's on the desk of the senator, I guess, is what I read.
Wow.
But even if they were to pass that, there's no knowing of when it would actually go into effect. So here's the issue: it could go into effect, but retailers and manufacturers has basically convinced the lawmakers to pretty much make a provision stating unless 5 states affect similar laws, you can't do nothing with it. So right now, it's kind of theatrical is all it is, because I don't see 5 states doing it. Now, mind you, if you're an adult, you can unlock this filter, but it leads you to the notion or the motion of, hey, you have a tablet and a phone. If there's an option to unlock the filter so an adult can view it, how does the kid avoid that? I get the whole like, hey, let's let kids off it. They don't need to see it. It's being overexposed by people at young ages. I get it. But what tells the device that they're actually 18? I looked into it. They didn't say anything.
So wait, are you saying like even adults wouldn't be able to view it on their own?
No, adults would be able to view it, which means there's probably a setting you can unlock. But how does that still prevent a child? Listen,
you're just talking about like fucking like tablets and shit. They're
any phone or tablet that's sold in the state has an ad blocker on it. It's an actual blocker. It literally does not allow you to view it.
It's sold in the state or sold to the state?
No, so any...
Because if it was sold to the state, those are the tablets and shit that the kids are using for school.
It's any phone and tablet that's manufactured in the state of Utah.
They don't want little Johnny sitting
And if you're not a part of Utah, like let's say us, we're South Carolina, we drive through Utah because it has location tracking.
Who the fuck manufactures phones in Utah?
Well, if you're
All
selling,
our shit comes from China.
If you're selling it, the manufacturers that are selling it is what happens. They're selling it. You have to have this ad blocker, and it's serious. It's like literally you had to go in and turn it off your adult. But at the same time, it's like these younger kids are way smarter than us. They use technology every day. So if an adult can turn off, hey, I'm an adult, I'm going to watch this, so can the kids. So you're really not doing anything but creating a theatrical experience.
Imagine your grandpa coming up to you like, hey, Charlie, how do I turn off the porn blocker?
I'm trying to get a big titty milk section.
But again, at this point, it's all theatrical because the manufacturers and the retailers have they pretty much said, hey, listen, you can't do this. They've convinced the lawmakers you can't do this unless the 5 other states take it in, but I don't see that happening.
Well, it's definitely censorship. It's a form of censorship. When you control what people can and can't do on their own personal devices, that's censorship, and that is against the Constitution.
Right, and that's where it gets weird for me is like, hey, listen, I get it. I get it for the young kids. They need to have something that's going on, and there needs to be a way to secure that. But is the level of security that you're adding benefiting these kids, or are they just going to bypass it just like they bypass their mom and dad's lock code, just by the way they bypass?
Yeah, I mean, when I was little, I literally had parental blocks on everything. I mean, the TV, the computer. I mean, I was a little bastard, so I figured out ways around them.
Right.
Which is what kids will ultimately do, but that is kind of fucking funny. They're saying no bang bus for you anymore.
So I thought about it. I was like, you know what? We're designing all these phones and tablets with Safari and all these multiple ways to access the internet. What if a manufacturer just came out with a tablet for these kids in schools that literally only allowed you to download apps, and only apps from an app store that was only dedicated to kids of a certain age? You can't hack it. You can't do anything. It has no access to the internet. It does have Wi-Fi, so it can download the apps, obviously, but there's no way to download anything else on it. That's what needs to happen, not taking away someone's constitutional rights.
Well, it'd probably be like when you're at work on your office computer. I know, like at the shop, you can't just pull up your personal email on a shop computer. It'll come up and say, block.
Exactly. So why aren't we doing this for just, like, let's say, hey, listen, I get all these companies are producing tablets. You got iPads. You've got what are those things? The Surface Pros.
Yeah.
How about these manufacturers all come together and say, you know what? We're going to make a G-rated tablet that can't do all these other things. Because if you just put an ad blocker or a content blocker, these kids are going to find a way around it because they have access to the internet.
Oh, for sure. And kids are just getting smarter and smarter. Hell, I was in Walmart the other day. A kid couldn't have been five years old. Maybe, I don't know, shorter than this table, walking around with a brand new fucking iPad. You know what I mean? Like, it's just things bigger than the kid's head and walking around.
All kids have iPads these days.
Yeah, I mean,
nobody wants to deal with their kids. They're like, oh, hey, go watch your iPad
Shut
for
the
2
fuck
hours.
up and play YouTube or something.
You can watch your iPad for an hour before bed.
I just honestly think time's being wasted by putting together a bill that's not even going to go into effect. Even if he does sign it into law, that's just going to be stipulated. Say, hey, 5 other states got to go into it. It doesn't make sense to me. Why are we not putting that same energy and effort into something like what I've mentioned? Just create something like that.
Let me tell you, there's countless bills that are full of straight bullshit.
It's all theatrical. And I think at the end of the day, it's not about, hey, what do they want to do? And if it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to sign this. I'm going to sign it, and I'm going to get a vote next year. It's not going to go into effect, but I'm going to sign it.
You just got to follow the money.
It's not going to get effect, but I'm going to get a vote next year because I did sign it.
Yeah.
And it's just a constant. It's all about having power. But
personal interest.
It's not even just the porn. It's social media too. Like these kids nowadays are using TikTok. Are you guys using TikTok? You familiar with that?
I can't understand TikTok. Like I post stuff every day of just me saying dumb shit or me being aggravated in traffic, but like I don't get any views, so I'm not really motivated to post every day. I don't understand how it works.
Dude, it's amazing.
I have a TikTok account, but my account is like user 51764.
Oh, you're a bot. You're a fed, bro.
No, I just go on there and look at videos.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even go. I don't even go on there, to be honest. I go on Instagram more. I mean, I go on TikTok maybe like once every 3 weeks.
I mean, it's all just like titties and ass and just some weirdos in their bedroom talking. Yeah, it's titties and ass. It's basically.
I bet. Mine on there a little bit more.
Your algorithm,
your
algorithm is probably a little bit different than mine. I see,
don't you lie to me, porn boy.
I see creative stuff all the time. But listen, so it's TikTok is a revolutionary thing, okay? Because you can be nobody. And you can put up a video and have access to the world by millions and millions of people. It's not like Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram where you only put up something that's viewable by your friends, and maybe if you added a hashtag, it might get viewed by someone else that's outside that loop if you have the public standards or public settings on.
Who's that happening to? Is it sure as fuck ain't me?
So with TikTok, with TikTok, you can actually put out a video, go to sleep, and wake up with 30 million hits, and all of a sudden you got 150,000 followers. You're in the creator fund. You're making money. It's an amazing application.
Shit.
Like for me, I've always been a creative guy. I like to make creative videos. It's what I do. I like to entertain people. And so I got a TikTok. And let me tell you, I spent 30 or 40 hours just creating original content, just videos I could put together.
On TikTok? Are they like 10 seconds long?
They are, but I mean, you got to think of over all the videos I have. You got to add them all.
Yeah,
up.
that's true. You probably have a lot.
So, and they're like 100 views here, 200 views here.
Yeah, that's what I get. 100 and 200 views.
But no, those are the ones where I actually take my time. I write up a script. But then I do a burnout on a Grom for a gender reveal for my child, and then bam, 2 million hits.
That's what I'm saying. It don't make any
that
fucking sense.
TikTok was funny as fuck though. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, you wake up with over 2 million hits. I don't get it. Well, I mean, it's a Grom, but still.
Barely a fucking motorcycle. But no, I don't really. I kind of see where you're going with this. You put time and effort into a video. It looks clean. You think it's funny, and it gets 40, 50 views. But then again, you bullshit something, throw it together in 5 seconds, and it got 147,000 views and like 20 likes and 30 likes.
And another thing that bothers me is that I want to create some really original content. I have some great ideas, but my biggest downfall of that is I'm going to put it up, get like 300 hits, and then just randomly a guy that has 1 million followers is going to pass my video and take that idea and just run with it. It's like, well, there goes that original idea. That's the scary part.
And see, I don't know if this is true because I'm not a real big user. I try to post and I watch it a little bit every now and then when I'm laying in bed or sitting in traffic. But I've noticed it's a trend thing. It's trend driven, like the dances, the TikTok music.
Right.
If somebody's doing something and it trends,
Right.
and then 1 million people start doing it, obviously you're gonna get more hits on the trendy ones.
It's easy content. You're not creating anything. You're looking at something that somebody else did.
You're
taking a song that everyone loves, and you're doing the same dance, and
Right.
boom, everyone wants to see that all of a sudden.
And
you got to put the hashtags on it though.
And it's great
for
for people that want to use TikTok but don't have ideas. See, here's the thing. You can go to YouTube. You can post on YouTube. You can post on Facebook. But you have to have an idea to post.
Yeah.
TikTok literally takes these kids off the couch and says, hey, just do what this one guy did and get 100,000 hits. There's no mentality to it. There's no brain action that's being fueled basically. But the cool thing is, like, also at the same time when they're getting up and they're starting to dance, now they're diving into it like, oh, I can get views. Let me write something and do something. And then that's creating the creative side of TikTok, which is awesome.
And see the duets too. I've noticed the duets where
Those are great.
You do half and half of one user's video and you add your own, you duet, you respond to it or whatever. I noticed that gets a lot of hits, but it's just weird. I haven't figured it out. Maybe I'm too old.
I don't really be on TikTok like that, man. I like Instagram.
Instagram is
what fuels your interest in Instagram? Because I get on there. Listen, it's just pictures, and I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but I guess everyone has their own social media preference. I just can't get into it. I don't know.
It's a bunch of memes. You gotta follow a bunch of meme pages.
I guess I do.
Oh, dude. There's shit. Every time I see you something on Instagram, you die laughing.
I do. But there's also those same memes on Facebook. There's the same memes on actually TikTok is the visual meme, like the moving meme.
Well, I'm kind of with Michael on this one. The TikTok thing, I haven't really warmed up to it. But Instagram, you just scroll. Like I see a lot of gun pictures, cars, just most of the stuff that I choose to see. But with TikTok,
and Facebook, I'm not on Facebook.
Facebook's
That's
trash.
Bullshit. Nobody wants to see.
Facebook breeds hate, and the people that comment, it's all negative. So that's why I've steered away from Facebook. As I've said before. But there's a huge thing going on this week that happened in Atlanta. Michael, you were talking about it earlier, were you not?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What happened?
God. You talking about the guy that shot up the Asian massage
Isn't
parlors?
that awful?
That's fucked up.
Yeah, apparently he shot them up because I guess he had been all those places multiple times, and
I heard he was a sex addict.
He claims he had a sex addict. Apparently, it wasn't anything against the Asians, even though I think how many people died? 8. I think 6 of the 8 people that died were Asian.
That's what it was. 6 of 8.
Was there a motive that they figured out? I know they're calling it like a terrorist attack, but
I mean, he was a sex addict, and I guess he wanted to
get a happy ending.
And see, that's what I thought. Like, just walk in and get a happy ending. Don't shoot the fucking place up.
Why else is a sex addict wanting his back rubbed? Let's be real.
He said that he was.
He wanted to get back. I guess.
Get back.
Yeah.
Oh,
jizz on a back.
No, that's.
I guess he wasn't. I don't know. I guess he wasn't meeting his addiction.
Well, the dude was a fucking psychopath.
Have you seen a picture of the guy?
Yeah,
he looks like a fucking psychopath.
Crazy white fucker. Typical white shooter guy.
This guy right here?
He's got a super thin beard that hangs down like that. Super thin. You can see through the whole thing.
Yeah.
See, I read bits and pieces. I didn't go into all of it, but they're talking about it's a hate crime, and then it even went far as back as like, hey, see, but this is what the media does to you. They called the coronavirus. It was Asian only, and now Asians, that people are hating on Asians. So, I mean, I don't know his exact motive, but I'm hoping it doesn't stem from him just being mad about, some virus that actually spread across the world. I don't know.
Well,
I didn't read enough on
I'm
it.
super.
No, he definitely wasn't mad about the virus.
No,
Okay.
I
I saw people mention it. I didn't dive into it because I knew you were looking into that. So I was like, you know what? I'll ask him when we talk about it. But it still sucks, man.
Well, his motive that he said in the interrogation room is that he was a sex addict. And,
Right.
I mean, something was going on with that. I don't know what happened.
He was a psychopath. The guy he shot the place up because he was eliminating his temptations. That's what he said when they stopped him and they arrested him.
He was when they found him. They actually found his parents identified him in the surveillance video that came out. They called the cops and they were like, "Listen, this is who this is," and the
Parents
cops
ratted him out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because fuck that guy. I would have shot him in the face.
Oh no,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well,
But
no, the cops found him and he was on his way to Florida, and the only way they found him is because they pinged his phone and then did a pit maneuver on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they pinged his phone and found out where he was on the interstate and then got him that way. Otherwise, he would have gone to Florida, and his plan, what they're saying, I don't know, but what they're saying his plan was to do the same damn thing down in Florida. Kill even more people. He was going to hit the
Why?
massage parlors and then bounce down, hit more massage parlors. I don't know.
why massage parlors?
Because the whole happy ending thing.
I
See,
understand that. But you can go to a sex store. You can go to Vegas and get a prostitute. You can go anywhere.
You're talking about an insane ass person, and I'm thinking like, well,
Yeah, psychopath.
like if you're mad about people having sex or you having sex, then just go rub one out and chill the fuck out, or I don't know. But apparently, that was his motive. It had nothing to do with race, which I'm really glad you picked that to bring up and talk about, because the media, when it first came out and they said they were unsure, the first thing they said, they're unsure about if the motive was race related. And obviously, if you're watching the news as much as we do, because we try to keep up everything, so to take good topics for the show, that's the narrative that they pushed immediately. And then they finally came out and said, oh, this guy had mental problems, he was a sex addict, da-da-da. So, I mean, you just got to be really careful. When news hits fresh drop, don't be so quick to jump to assume that it's race or any other kind of other bullshit propaganda that they're telling you. It eventually.
It came out as racial because 6 of the 8 people that died were Asian, but also Asian people are the kind of people that run massage parlors.
Yeah, and I mean that's just the way it is. Nail places, things like that.
It's just sad. I mean, I know what I've never seen in my lifetime, but just the world just be at peace. I think there's just too much. There's too much battle over religion and people's
psychos.
beliefs.
They're
It's like
psychopaths.
at the end of the day, why can't you just do what your heart tells you to do? Why does it have to be fueled with something that was taught? Nothing's changing. We need to be the change, and and who knows? Maybe Gen Z is that change, and that's why we're canceling everything. I wish they wouldn't cancel everything, but it is what it is.
These kids are going to be more psychotic than any other generation before.
And Gen Z just canceled us, so
And
we are
we're
going to log off. It's funny. I saw today. Actually, I haven't seen any news today because I worked and then I went and played golf. But
What a slack
the
fuck.
first,
Hold up, before you go into your news article, you and Jordan, who was our buddy Jordan, you go golfing, and every week he just comes to me and just tells me how he just butchers you. What'd you hit today? What? You didn't hit good.
you
didn't hit good.
Did you hit the ball once, Michael?
I hit like a 113. I mean,
Is Jordan going to comment on this video and say, that's probably wrong?
Probably.
Or?
That's what you look at the camera.
Jordan knows
Fuck
it's right.
Jordan.
I hit a 50 on the front nine and a 63 on the back nine.
Something like that.
He's like, man, I'm the one in golf attire here. I don't want to bring it up.
Don't fact check this shit.
I mean, I was hitting some good shots. Dude, if you putt as much as I do.
Well, Bryan can't fucking say shit. He goes to Topgolf, can't hit the fucking ball.
No,
so.
well, we've seen you. I got video.
I can't hit a ball either. I never said I could. I can't golf worth a shit.
Show Matt golfing at Topgolf right here.
Ding, ding, ding.
Well, I can hit the ball.
It's
I'm gonna
hard.
show that right
It's
there.
hard, man. You try to swing and you miss, and it's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, whatever.
You just gotta keep your head down and keep your eye on the ball. It's
Yeah.
gonna go somewhere. It might go right, left. It might not go where you want to go.
You just
But
want to put it towards the hole.
Shit, man. I mean, we've been to Topgolf. What was the last time we went to Myrtle Beach? And I don't know. We've been drinking all day.
how much money did we spend on that Top Golf?
At least 400.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I was filming a wedding. You guys.
Yeah, you weren't there.
You guys. Oh, yeah, I wasn't there. Unfortunately.
It was
So,
us three.
also the story behind that, Jordan, I'm talking to you.
Oh,
is
boy.
I told Jordan like 2 days before that, I was like, we should bring our clubs. And he's like, I'm not bringing my clubs. We're gonna be hanging out with the friends. And I was like, okay, bet. That's cool. So we get down there. You leave to do your wedding. This is Masters weekend.
Oh, it
Mind
was.
you not.
Yeah,
so
it was.
I was watching Masters. We already had golf on the mind. So we go to a it was a brass tap down there actually.
Yeah, it
that
was.
We went to.
We drank mimosas.
I was surprised by that.
Yeah, we drank mimosas. I didn't know there was a brass tap down there. And then we ended up going to Topgolf. So we spent $400 at Topgolf.
Yep.
When if we would have just brought our fucking clubs and Matt could have used any of ours.
Could have went to a course.
Yeah, and we could have paid like $70 and not $400.
The part of Myrtle Beach that we were at actually has some really nice courses.
Oh, it's
Look at
some of the
Myrtle
nicest
Beach-
in the country.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach in general is like
yeah,
a
you
a
missed
hub.
out. You missed out on an opportunity
So-
to score 113.
Yeah,
So see, here's
all because Jordan didn't want to bring his clubs. I'm
What
calling
had-
Jordan out.
what had
Jordan,
happened was
Jordan is done. Jordan, you canceled.
We was drinking all weekend, and what happened was we was kind of fucked up. Well, we just ended up there. We stayed there, and then when we left, we was really even more fucked up.
What a
And what did
shame.
we do after that?
What a shame.
We
We
went and
left
played
Topgolf.
putt-putt.
And I shit you not, you and Jordan almost killed each other. Y'all, I thought y'all were gonna fight.
We're very competitive.
We were all hammered. We drank since like 9 in the morning. This is
I don't
6.
remember it.
Oh,
It's
exactly.
good to be competitive. I
Dude,
mean, that's,
these
that's
fuckers, Brian, we told you about this, but these fuckers, you know how putt-putt is a family-oriented thing.
It is
These
family.
fuckers
Family,
are,
Michael.
they're pissing towards Kings Highway in Myrtle Beach. Got their dicks out, they're pissing. I'm like, I'm standing there, I'm, looking one-eyed closed. I'm kind of drunk too.
I'm
like,
I
disappointed.
could have gotten a public intoxication that day, dude.
easily.
It's y'all's fault for
I'm-
y'all were the ones that
listen.
kept buying buckets of
Listen.
beer at Topgolf.
Dude,
I'm disappointed, Michael. This is a kid joint.
There weren't no kids out there. We were
Okay.
there like,
he's right. There wasn't, we were only,
It's a putt-putt course.
man.
we were the only
I got
ones.
drug into
You wouldn't
it.
piss on an actual golf course, would you? Oh, jeez.
Don't lie.
I'm disappointed
Don't-
again.
Fuck you talking about? Everybody pisses on the golf course. Find a tree.
I don't know, but golf etiquette would tell me, hey, maybe just go to the bathroom.
Dude, I swear to Christ.
What bathroom?
And then, and then what happened? So after they're both peeing everywhere like fucking wild animals. And
Broke
so,
the seal. Broke the seal at that point.
And so, one would putt. I'm putting or whatever. Michael goes after me. And for whatever reason, when Jordan goes, his ball lands near Michael's. Michael picks his up and goes.
See, I don't remember
I thought
that.
Jordan was gonna hit you. I really did. I was like, they're
that
about
would've been funny.
somebody's gonna get laid the fuck out on this putt.
So you mean to tell me? I went to Myrtle Beach to film a wedding, and I stayed at a friend's house. He left me a key, and you guys tagged along, and I left a key with you guys. You mean to tell me after I was done filming that wedding, after working for 13 to 14 hours, there was a chance that I might not have been able to get in that house because you guys would have been arrested?
Oh, 100%. I don't know how we didn't.
Fuck me.
First of all, when we got back to that house, do you know the first thing we did? Between us three.
I don't know. Apparently, you had I played golf in his hallways. I don't know.
Dude,
No, we didn't do that. Between us three, we ordered $90 worth of Chick-fil-A.
oh, that's right.
$90 worth of Chick-fil-A.
How did you order $9 worth of Chick-fil-A?
Dude, we're fucking hammered.
I mean, I've been to
all day.
Chick-fil-A. I've gotten a chicken biscuit at number one, and it's like $5 or $6 tops. But how does that happen?
Well,
Dude.
first of all, it was DoorDash, so we probably paid like $25 just for DoorDash down in Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. When I went to the door to answer the door, it was these real young kids. They always have real young kids. They're real nice. They're smiling. They're clean shaven. They
Right.
look like they're like child slave shit. But so he walks up to the thing with 2 bags. I'm like, all right, cool, thanks, man, appreciate it. He said, sir, there's more in the car. I'm like, what the fuck? He comes back out with 2 more bags, like 6 fucking drinks. I'm like, oh my god, who the fuck
We
did
ordered
this?
6 drinks. There were 3 of us.
We were drinking beer. We didn't drink any of the drinks.
So I left the wedding. I
Oh,
got
we
ho-
ordered all the combos. So
I
they all
got-
came with drink. Okay.
I got back to the beach house at around 11 o'clock is when I was done with the wedding. I made it back, and I was hungry. And Matt looks at me and says, hey, we ordered $9 worth of Chick-fil-A. Here's a biscuit for you. I said, great, thanks, man. He's like, yeah, we ordered too much. We're all sick of it. So I went to go heat it up, and my tired ass put it in the microwave. What did I do?
Dude, this motherfucker. So we're all hammered, and but by this time Bryan had been back for a couple hours. He's drinking with us. We're drunker than hell. So this motherfucker says, I'm kind of hungry. I'm like, all right, well here you go. It's a biscuit. It's gonna be cold. He said, I just throw it in the microwave. Well, if you ever been to Chick-fil-A, they give you the insulated packages for the sandwiches and the biscuits. There's tinfoil type shit on the inside of them to keep them warm. This motherfucker throws that shit in the microwave, but fucking erupts in flames. Like, yo, bro, the microwave's gonna fucking blow up. He's like, oh, he freaks
That
the fuck
wasn't
out.
even the worst part. I went to sleep, and I woke up to Jordan upset that I had eaten his biscuit. But it was
you
given.
didn't wake up Jordan upset you had his biscuit. You woke everybody up that morning.
Yeah, but he texted me and said he was
Wake me up.
upset.
Fuck Jordan.
I woke up and he was upset that I ate his biscuit. I said, "Hey, Matt gave it to me."
For
by the way.
one,
He wasn't upset. He was disappointed.
Disappointed. I was giving it to. Be disappointed in this guy, not the guy that ate what he was given. Listen,
it was all fun and games for me. It wasn't my biscuit. I gave it away, and then I'll get to watch you fucking damn near burn the house down.
I do want to eventually take a trip down there when I don't have to work and enjoy the atmosphere around there. I want to check out Dick's. Dick's is a restaurant. If you guys don't know, Dick's is a restaurant in Myrtle Beach. Basically, they are a dick to you.
There's a lot of dicks going on in your world.
There
right
is.
now. The chocolate dicks, the little white suction cup dick.
You walk in, they give you a dunce cap. They write on something that's very smart and kind of spicy on your head. You don't know what it says until your friends say, "Hey, they wrote that on your head." I think one of them is. It's just derogative. And
Dick.
if you sit there and you order food, they're like, well, what the hell do you want? Or if you ask for a straw, they said sure, and they throw 10 at you. They're just dicks. Now, the experience is not as fulfilled if you go with a kid because they do kind of limit what they do. So if you do go check out Dick's.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck those kids.
If you do go check out Dick's in Myrtle Beach, make sure you just go with some adults if you want a really good time. I definitely recommend it. But speaking of shout outs, I do want to give another shout out to my boy, Bakery_3D Printing. For doing this for us. We do appreciate it. I know it takes a lot of time. 3D printing is incredible. You did every single letter. I know it's very time consuming. You said you went over there. You saw how he does it, right?
Yeah, I picked it up. He's got the whole sick ass like man cave like room set up. He's got the computer, the dual screens, the 3D printer sitting next to it.
Did he say how many hours he put in that?
Dude, he said like 12 or 13. And
Wow.
what amazed me was, and I said, so how does this work? I don't know anything about this. I'm, illiterate when it comes to this. And he says, well, you build the mold, blah, 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 and you put a program into the computer, and it literally starts on this pad of nothing. And then it just, it makes that stuff. It's like
that's impressive.
Magic or some shit.
I do want to say it is now that time of our show, the segment that we've created. It's Did You Know? Have you guys ever seen Fight Club?
What the fuck? The number one rule about Fight Club is not talk about Fight Club.
Well, we're going to talk about it today, boys. Let
Who
me tell you
the
something.
fuck hasn't seen Fight Club?
In the movie Fight Club, I'm going to make you watch this stuff all over again. I'm going to make every one of you guys put on Fight Club because I got some knowledge to drop, all right? So listen, in the movie Fight Club, there's a Starbucks cup in every shot. David Fincher, the director of the 1999 film, has mentioned that a Starbucks cup can be spotted in every single frame of the movie. That means every time the camera moves from one scene to another, there's a Starbucks cup. Now, it's not easily visible. Sometimes it's hidden. You got to look for it. But I've confirmed this. It's crazy. Now, you're probably asking, why did he do that? What's the significance of it? It's basically Fincher's way of poking fun at Starbucks as they have a Starbucks in every corner everywhere you go. Now, that doesn't mention... listen, I'm not talking about you guys that live in the country, okay? You guys don't have a Starbucks. You got to come to the city for that.
What the fuck is a Starbucks?
But in the city, we have Starbucks on every single corner.
Them shits is
Man,
the stars in the sky?
We should bring up them clips one day if we can fix this broken ass
I'm
TV.
trying not to
down.
destroy my
My
set while
bad.
you're doing it. Hey, listen.
Damn it.
We appreciate you guys coming in. Please leave a comment of where I can find a PS5. That would be great. I've been trying to get one for quite some time now, and everybody's out. Stimulus check has taken over the PS5s. They were released in November, and they're still sold out. Also, if you guys can comment on something maybe you know that we probably don't, we would appreciate that. Also, hit that like button. And subscribe. Please subscribe. It helps us continue to do what we're doing. It helps us push ourselves towards our goal. And our goal is just to entertain you guys. So.
Share this shit on Facebook. Make fun of us as much as possible. Drop a comment.
Roast this guy in
Roast
particular.
the fuck out of me. I don't give a shit. Like I just want to argue with somebody. Please give me somebody to argue with. I'm lonely and bored.
Let them argue, people.
But in that
I would love
regard,
to see it. I don't even have Facebook. I'll
in that
find a way
regard,
to see it.
we are Dude Speak. This is episode 4, and we'll catch you next Thursday.
Choo-choo.